For billions of years, the world was inhospitable and void of life. But this is the story of what was happening beneath the waves. Life had taken hold, and the prehistoric world will now face the first frontier. Imagine stepping onto an Earth that feels like another planet. In the Middle Cambrian, the continents are unrecognizable and the atmosphere is thin. Oxygen levels are significantly lower than today, and the land is a barren, rocky wasteland. With no plants to carpet the planet, the sun bakes a silent world of stone. But beneath the waves of a tropical sea, life is throwing the most radical party in history. While life began billions of years ago as simple microbes, the Cambrian Explosion saw the rapid emergence of almost every major animal body plan we see today. We now understand this wasn't just a random spark. It was likely driven by rising oxygen levels, the evolution of vision, and a biological arms race between predator and prey. The reason we know so much about this 508 million year old world is a Lagerstätte, a rare sedimentary deposit. An underwater mudslide buried these creatures instantly, sealing them away from oxygen and decay. This preserved not just bones and shells, but eyes, guts, and even individual muscles. In what will become British Columbia, the ocean floor is dominated by the Arthropods, the ancestors of today's crabs, spiders, and insects. Trilobites, like this Olenoides, are the icons of this era. Protected by calcite exoskeletons, they scuttle across the mud searching for food and potential mates. There's also the similar-looking Marella, the lace crab. This arthropod is a bottom dweller, using its delicate, feathery gills to navigate the sediment. And alongside them, there is Sydnea, a broad, chunky hunter that crunched through the shells of smaller animals. Some animals here are so strange that they look nothing like we know now. One of the most bizarre is Hallucigenia, a distant relative of modern velvet worms with long, stilt-like spines for protection against predators. Another biological oddball is Opabinia, with 5 mushroom-like eyes and a vacuum-like proboscis. It was a specialized hunter, though much smaller than most imagine, only about 4 to 7 centimeters long. Crawling slowly across the seafloor is Wiwaxia, a slug-like animal covered in iridescent scales and long, defensive needles. Today, life is a constant struggle for survival, And in the prehistoric world, things were no different. At the top of the food chain sit the radiodons. Prowling through the Cambrian seas, this is Anomalocaris. Reaching up to 60 centimeters, it was a giant for its time. And in these primeval oceans, 508 million years ago, it's one of the world's first apex predators. Anomalocaris is big enough to kill a trilobite, but it would prefer a softer meal. And this one has set its eyes on something tantalizing. Nectocaris, a strange squid-like invertebrate. By forcing water through its nozzle, Nectocaris could dart through the water like a squid. But with no shell, it's an easy snack for Anomalocaris. Another large predator in these waters is Herdia, armed with a massive hollow head shield, is sifted through the sand for a meal. The Cambrian seas hosted many other species. One peculiar animal is Sanctocaris, an early chelicerates. This is the group arachnids belong to. While it has no fangs, it has multiple pairs of appendages on its head used for grasping prey. Unlike the bottom-dwelling trilobites, Sanctocaris was built for speed, making it a mid-tier predator that chased down smaller, soft-bodied organisms. Also crawling on the floor was Haplophrenitus. They are part of a group called Hyolothids, invertebrates with cone shells related to brachiopods like lamp shells. And what look like stilt arms are called helens. They act like outriggers to keep the animal stable in the current while it sits on the muddy sea floor, using its cone-shaped shell as a fortress. Among the giants and armored nightmares swims a tiny, translucent sliver of life. Pikaia. It's the size of a paperclip, but it's an evolutionary giant. While it looks like a worm, it possesses a notochord, the precursor to a backbone. It represents the chordates, the lineage that would eventually lead to fish, dinosaurs, and humans. These will give rise to the vertebrates, a group of animals that will lay the foundations for life over the next 500 million years. And as always, they will start from humble beginnings. Scavengers eking out a living in a world of giants.